Hey, what's up, guys? Mike Patrick. In this video, I want to talk about fellas, guys. Give your daughters the game, okay? Give your daughters the game. Now, if you go back in my archives, about 2 years ago, I did a video on how to raise a virtuous daughter, okay? Now, look, guys. For example, way before I did that video before I even started getting into problems with my children's mother and everything like that. So that was just a video, knowing like what my children's mom had been through, knowing about just what a lot of women and always, I hate to keep using this word, but let's just say a certain demographic, a certain type of background, certain type of upbringing, knowing what these women have been through, okay? If you have the chance to be in your daughter's life, you will want them, if you care about your children. It's a lot of guys who don't care about their children, right? And then they just become, a part of the cycle, if that makes sense. So the thing is, guys, if you do care though, okay? Look, give your daughters the game, okay? A single mother can't give your daughters the game, okay? An older woman who's been divorced multiple times, who has multiple children by multiple men, can't give your daughter the game like you can. Now, when I say that, we always know that there are exceptions to everything, okay? But in general, okay? I'm not going to go to a person who has a background of getting in trouble, doing bad, doing the wrong thing, and then come to them, and seek advice on how to be an upstanding citizen. Not saying that people can't learn from their mistakes and teach you. Not saying that, but you get my point, okay? Without trying to make the video extra long and going off on a tangent and ranting, okay? So the thing is, though, guys, you have to give your daughters, or it don't have to be your daughters. It could just be any little girl that you care about, okay? If you're a good guy, just any little girl that you can give some game without overstepping your boundaries. I'm not telling you to walk up to a little girl that's a stranger, and start giving her game. You know what I mean. It could be your niece, okay? It could be a little cousin, okay? A little sister, your daughter, whatever, okay? If you can help anyone, generally try to help them, but especially these younger children, okay? And fathers when you have daughters, okay? So we can break a cycle, all right? And so the thing is, guys, the reason I say you fathers, because a lot of you have been playboys growing up. A lot of you have taken advantage of young girls, okay? And I don't necessarily mean like you forced them to do anything. I just mean taking advantage of them mentally. Maybe they didn't have guidance. They didn't have a father. They didn't, and things of that nature. Maybe they have been taking advice from women who wasn't fit to give them advice on how to be virtuous, how to be valuable, okay, to a man, for a man to take them seriously, okay? And so the thing is, I know the type of things I did growing up, okay, and coming up. I know what I looked for in a virtuous woman, a woman that I can consider wife material, okay? And guys, what it boils down to is we have to teach them, okay? We can't allow them to come up in the game, okay? And then what they consider to be, we can't allow them to belong to the game, okay? After a while, it's too late, okay? And a woman a lot of times blows her chance, okay? And after that is done, it's too late, okay? There's a chance you might find a guy that accepts you for, everything in the past and whatnot, okay? And all your shortcomings and all those different things. Maybe not, okay? But what you want to do, guys, is you want to allow your daughters to be a prize, okay? So give them the game. Guys are going to talk nice to you. Guys are going to talk smooth to you. That's why we have to be there as fathers in their lives, so these things won't make them feel overly special. Like if a little boy come up to my daughter when she's 13, right? And like my daughter, one of my daughters is, the oldest daughter is 5 years old right now. You know, she always hears that she's beautiful. She always hear how cute she is. She always hear how smart she is. She always is being adored, okay? She's always being spoiled, loved, hugged, okay? Interacted with, talked with, all these different things. So she doesn't have daddy issues, okay? She doesn't have voids that need to be filled. She's not seeking attention from the opposite sex because she gets it from her father. So when she gets to a certain age and she does even start considering guys on that level, guess what? She has a standard. Make sense? As opposed to a little girl who never had a father, okay, who never had attention from a male. And unfortunately, a lot of little girls, the attention that they have from males, a lot of them, sometimes they might have got molested, things of that nature. So they learn real early to get any attention from the opposite sex. This is what has to happen, okay? And unfortunately, these people grow up. I'm not saying they don't deserve chances to heal and things like that, but it is what it is, okay? And, you know, the thing about it, if you're going to give people like that a chance, or if you give women like that a chance, you have to understand that you're giving them a chance, and you have to understand that there's things that come along with that, possibly. You're taking a chance. You're taking a risk. So what we have to do, like a lot of other things I say in life, guys, okay, we have to try to build people up and raise people up in a way to where the things that we are dealing with as a culture and as a people, okay, and as a society, especially, obviously, you know, the negative things, okay, the things that are a headache to us all, if we nip these things in the bud early, okay? So one of the main things is, guys, we have to stand up and be fathers. A lot of us, we are part of that cycle where you might end up dealing with the female who may have been damaged herself. I'm not always saying it's the female fault. For whatever reason, whoever fault it is, right? A lot of times it's the female fault. A lot of times it's the guy fault. A lot of times it's both. Whatever, okay? But let's just say in the instance, for the sake of this video and the topic, let's say it's the female fault. A lot of times, guys, okay, these women are raised hard. They're raised without fathers. And they're mothers, and then in turn, if they're raised without fathers, they have to be the man and the woman. They're overly masculine. They raise their daughters to be the same way. It's a perpetual cycle, okay? You know, a woman is supposed to be delicate, soft, okay? She's supposed to be manageable in the way of assistance to her husband or her man and things like that. Okay, guys, a lot of our women are way too masculine, okay? And like I said, they have reasons for being that way. I'm not right or wrong in it. My point is, okay, once you identify a problem, where do we go from there? So a lot of those things have to do with us stepping up, okay? And no matter what the relationship is with the baby mom, try to be there for your daughter, okay? And raise her, love her, care for her, because what's going to happen is when she see those things, when she experiences that, then what is going to happen is she's going to have a different outlook on guys when she get a certain age, and she's going to demand and command a certain type of guy, a certain type of love, a certain type of respect. And what's going to happen is a lot of guys are going to shy away. If they're only about a certain thing, if they're not the real deal, they're going to go away, and or she's not going to even entertain them, okay? You're going to have to be they're going to look for a certain type. But when you don't have these standards based on the fact that you never had a man in your life, no older brothers that cared about you, no uncles, father, things like that, you know, and in turn, only attention you got from men half the time was sexual, then it makes sense why, you know, why some women are the way they are. Okay, guys, so raise your daughters, you know. Talk to your daughters, care for your daughters, tell them you love them, kiss them, hug them. Let them know what real affection is without a man trying to get into their pants and things like that. Okay, and then when they get a certain age, they'll know better. And then they can grow up to be a woman that can be a wife, okay? And things like this will help us as a people, as a nation, as a society. Hopefully this was a helpful video, guys. Peace.